Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into a really pivotal and kind of complex car, the W211 Mercedes-Benz E-Class, the one from 2002 to 2009.
Yeah, it was a huge technological jump from Mercedes.
Right.
But, well, it was also born during that whole Daimler-Chrysler thing.
Right, which sort of left it with this dual legacy, Brilliant engineering in parts, but also known for some pretty specific problems.
And we're zeroing in on the E240 variant today. That was your entry point for the V6 models, basically.
The 2.6-liter V6.
Exactly, the M112 engine. Designed more for, let's say, smoothness and that Mercedes prestige feel rather than raw speed. You saw it mainly up to the 2005 model year, maybe a few into '06.
Okay.
So our mission really is to cut through all the noise online about this model, give you the essentials, what makes the E240 tick, and what's the real deal when it comes to actually owning one.
Okay, let's unpack that engine then, the M112 E26. What are we talking about spec-wise?
Well, it's a 2,597 cc V6, single overhead cam, interestingly, with 3 valves per cylinder and twin spark plugs. That was a Mercedes thing for efficiency.
Right, and power.
It put out about 175 horsepower, 130 kilowatts. Torque was around 240, maybe 245 newton meters.
Okay, respectable numbers for the time.
Yeah, but the key thing is where that peak torque arrived. It was pretty high up, like 4,500 RPM.
Ah, so that translates to less punchy acceleration, more of a cruiser.
It gives it that relaxed feel on the highway, not really designed to leap off the line.
Makes sense. And the gearbox, mostly automatic, I assume.
Oh, yeah. Paired primarily with the 5G Tronic automatic. Super durable transmission, that one. Though, believe it or not, you could find a rare 6-speed manual.
Wow, a manual W211 E240. That must be a unicorn.
Pretty much. And you had choices. Standard rear-wheel drive or the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system.
So performance reflecting that comfort focus. What are we looking at? 0-100 kilometers per hour?
Around 8.9 seconds for the rear-wheel drive. Top speed of about 230 kilometer fuel consumption. Maybe 10.8 liters per 100 kilometers combined, so low 20s MPG in the U.S. Definitely tuned for comfort over speed.
Okay. Now, Mercedes offered different flavors of the W211, right? The trim levels. Classic.
Classic was the base, yeah. Then you had elegance. Think more chrome, nicer burr walnut wood trim inside. Very traditional luxury feel.
More plush.
Exactly. And then there was the avant-garde. That was pitched as the sporty one.
How so?
Well, it had body-colored trim instead of chrome, different alloy wheels, those distinctive blue-tinted windows.
Ah, yes, the blue glass.
But crucially, the avant-garde came with a lowered suspension. Stiffer, too. They called it a sport suspension.
Right, and that's a key point, isn't it? Because the standard W211 is engineered for this amazing ride comfort.
Absolutely. Supreme comfort is the name of the game.
So the avant-garde's stiffer setup, it changes the character quite a bit. You trade some of that plushness for a sportier feel, but it doesn't suddenly become a BMW 5 Series.
Not at all. It's firmer, maybe a bit more direct, but still fundamentally an E-Class. It's not a track weapon.
Okay. Now we have to talk about let's call it the W211's reputation, the potential issues.
Right, this is really important. This model's Achilles heel, you could say, is its advanced electronic systems. The core engine, the M112, generally pretty tough. But the systems around it, they can be prone to expensive, age-related failures.
And number one on that list has to be the brakes, the SBC system, Sensotronic brake control.
Yes, SBC. It's a brake-by-wire system. Very sophisticated for its time, but it have a sort of built-in lifespan and actuation counter.
So it counts how many times you use the brakes?
Essentially, yes. And when it hits a pre-programmed limit, bang, you get a brake visit workshop. Warning on the dash. And crucially, your braking power is significantly reduced. It defaults to a basic hydraulic mode.
That sounds serious.
It is. But here's the critical bit of information, the absolute must-know. Mercedes-Benz extended the warranty on the SBC unit itself. In many places, it's covered for 25 years with unlimited mileage.
25 years?
Yeah. So the absolute first thing you do before buying one is get the VIN number and have a Mercedes dealer verify if that SBC warranty is still active for that specific car.
Because if it fails outside of warranty,
you're looking at a huge bill. Easily several $1,000s, maybe RM 8,000 or more here in Malaysia. It's not a matter of if it will need attention, but when. Verifying that warranty is non-negotiable.
Okay, SBC warranty check. Top priority. What else? You hear about air suspension issues too, right? The Airmatic system.
Yes, that was an optional extra. Gives a fantastic ride when it's working, electronically controlled air springs, but they are known to fail.
How do they fail?
Usually the air struts themselves develop leaks. You'll see the car sagging at one corner, often overnight. Or the compressor that fills the system can burn out from working too hard to compensate for leaks.
And repairs are pricey.
Oh, yes. You're talking potentially RM 2000 to RM 3000, maybe more per strut, plus the compressor if that's gone. Many people specifically look for cars with the standard, reliable steel suspension to avoid the headache.
Good advice. Any other common culprits to watch for?
Well, the M112 engine, while strong, can develop oil leaks. Valve covers are common, sometimes the oil cooler seals. The mass airflow sensor, or MAF, can fail, causing running issues.
And the transmission. That 5G Tronic.
Generally solid, but the electronic conductor plate inside can fail, leading to harsh shifts or getting stuck in gear. Also, check the 13-pin electrical connector for leaks. Transmission fluid can wick up into the wiring harness. Oh, and early cars like 2003, 2004 can sometimes have issues with rust, especially around wheel arches and door edges. Worth checking.
Okay, quite a list. So let's bring it back to someone thinking of buying one today. They look cheap, right?
Incredibly cheap to buy sometimes. You mentioned the prices in KL, like RM 7,000 to maybe RM 18,000. That's really accessible.
Like used budget hatchback money for a Mercedes E-Class.
Exactly. But here's the kicker, the real inversion of cost. The purchase price is low, yes, but the ownership costs can be eye-watering. Well, first, road tax on a 2.6-liter engine isn't trivial, around RM 900 to 1,000 a year here. Then, just routine maintenance, oil changes, filters, basic upkeep. You could easily be looking at RM 15,000 annually if you use workshops familiar with these cars.
15,000 a year, wow.
And that's before any major repairs hit. If that SBC unit needs doing outside warranty, or an aromatic strut goes, or the fuel tank sender fails, or the steering rack needs work, any one of those big jobs can easily cost more than you paid for the entire car.
So that low entry price is really just the beginning. It's a siren's call, as you said.
Absolutely. It's definitely not a cheap luxury car experience in terms of running costs. It's more like owning a complex, high-maintenance classic car that just happens to be relatively cheap to acquire initially.
So who is this car actually for then? Who should realistically consider an E240?
Okay, good question. Realistically, it's for the dedicated DIY enthusiast who has the skills, tools, and time to tackle a lot of the work themselves. Or it's for the well-funded Mercedes aficionado who understands the potential costs and is prepared to pay specialist rates to keep it in top condition.
And definitely not for it.
It is absolutely not recommended for someone looking for reliable, stress-free luxury transport on a tight budget. That's just setting yourself up for disappointment and potentially serious financial pain.
Which underlines the need for that pre-purchase inspection, the PPI. It sounds non-negotiable.
100% non-negotiable. Get a specialist who knows these W211s inside out.
And what should they be specifically checking?
Everything but focus points. Definitely get that SBC actuation count checked and verify the warranty status with Mercedes. If it has aromatic, check thoroughly for leaks. Listen to the compressor runtime. Check for any oil or transmission fluid leaks. Test drive carefully, noting shift quality. Listen for suspension noises. Check all the electronics, windows, seats, climate control, command system. Look for rust on early models, and demand comprehensive service history if available.
It's a lot to check. Due diligence is key.
Absolutely critical.
So, wrapping this up, what's the final takeaway on the W211 E240?
It's really a car of two halves, isn't it? On one hand, you get that classic Mercedes comfort, the prestige, the smooth V6. It feels substantial. But on the other hand, you've got this constant shadow of potentially very high maintenance costs and specific system vulnerabilities. High risk, potentially high reward if you get a good one and know what you're doing.
A complex choice.
Definitely. Which leads to maybe a final thought for you listening.
Yeah.
We're in an age where you can buy a car like this, a proper luxury sedan, for the price of a decent smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
So what does prestige even mean in that context? Does the undoubted comfort and build quality still outweigh that huge potential financial risk? Or has the definition of affordable luxury shifted, where the thrill of getting the badge comes with a hidden price tag that demands a very different kind of owner? Something to think about.